So we're back with the final video for the splitter install. Today's the day they go in the car. A couple things I got to do beforehand. I got to get the car on the ramp so I can get access underneath to unscrew the side skirts that I installed from the previous couple videos that you may have watched or seen. Get those cleaned up and then get them both put together with screws and 3M tape. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Alright, so got the skirts off. As you can see, they are a little dirty on the bottom, but for the most part, they're not too bad. Paint's holding up really well, as expected, because of that 2K clear that was put on. So I'm going to clean the bottoms off real quick and get started on mounting. Alright, they're all clean. Now to do a final clean, I'm going to use my isopropyl alcohol on a microfiber towel, wipe the bottoms down, let that air dry, and then we'll start doing the 3M tape. So here's the alignment of the splitters on the skirt. I still need to 3M tape them down, however. One thing I did realize way later in the game, and I'll show you what that was, is that the mount points where I screwed the side skirts in do not line up with where the splitter is going to sit, as you can see. So I'm going to 3M tape these splitters down, and then I'm going to bolt these splitters to the actual skirt. So all this area right in here doesn't actually touch the body of the car. So I can put bolts straight down through back in here, all the way along the side, about maybe a foot, foot and a half apart, along with the tape, and everything should be kosher. So I'm going to go ahead and get the camera set up and do that now. Alright, so 3M tape is set. I got 2 strips running along the back side to where they touch, and they no longer touch the center. And then I got the tape running again down the panel with 2 solid strips at the back end where the most surface area is going to actually be touching the side skirt. The rest of this will be held on with nuts and bolts. So let's stick the skirt on and see what we got. One splitter and side skirt mounted together, as you can see. I'm going to move this one off to the side and get the next one going. So stay tuned. Number 2, mount it with 3M. Looking good, nice and even. All I need now is to run to the store, grab my nuts, bolts, and washers, and get this thing finished. All right, see you soon. All right, so I got my Bosch drill with a 1/4-inch drill bit. I went to Lowe's, as I said. I bought two packs of lock nuts, 2 packs of Pan Phillips machine screws, some flat washers and some lock washers, all stainless steel, so I don't have to worry about rust or corrosion. And I paid about $15, so overall not too bad of a deal. I'll go ahead and drill the pilot holes and get these nuts and bolts put in. Had an issue with my camera. It didn't turn on when I thought I had pushed the button. Guess I didn't push the button, so I missed the entire process of drilling all these holes. However, you know, if you've seen one person drill a hole, you've seen everybody drill a hole. So here's the first 2 bolts mounted and installed, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So I got 3M tape holding everything together underneath. Got my 5 lock bolts holding it on top and in between. And I've already put it on the car, mocked it up, made sure that the nuts didn't touch the paint of the original panel, and it doesn't. So that's all good to go. I'm going to finish up the other 2 holes that I have left on this other skirt right here off camera, because my camera is now dying. And the next video you see will be tomorrow, putting on 3M tape to get these skirts mounted on the car. So, welcome back to another day. And today, these side skirts will go on the car. Off camera, I got the bolts finished, got the 3M tape put on, got the car cleaned and wiped down. The side skirts are prepped and clean. So, all that's left is to bolt them up, peel the tape, and hot press. So, let's get to it. So just to show you what I was talking about, all the bolts and everything are on both skirts. Got the 3M tape running along the inside edge. And to install them, put the car up on some ramps, just to get the car elevated off the ground a little bit, so that way I can get under it comfortably. So I'm gonna go ahead and head outside and get that started. Before I put them on, I decided I was going to vinyl wrap the ends just to help tie them into the factory inside skirting a little better. So I wrap that end there and then bring it down. And I wrap this end here too. Just enough to, you know, give it a little bit of contrast and not make it so glaringly obvious that the skirts aren't factory. Alright, so get it put on. All right, there we go. First one down. Side 2 complete. So everything's mounted back up, and I gotta say, looks really good. But don't take my word for it. You should see it for yourself. There it is. With that said, this concludes the splitter project. I hope you enjoyed the process as much as I did, and I hope you stick around. Next up, I'm going to do a little subwoofer box project with some fiberglass and a custom enclosure. So if you are interested in that, be sure to stay tuned and watch the next video. All right, have a good one. Out.